This segment of the show, I'm just going to talk about what's happening in marketing science. Right now, over the last year, you've probably heard different controversies about the fact that mobile technology or cell phones keep tracking things. And so there's a couple articles recently in the paper today, for instance, about the fact that not only does your cell phone know where you are, but they're recording every keystroke that you're making on your cell phone. So it doesn't really matter whether it's a cell phone or laptop or whatever. What's happening is that everything you sort of say, do, act, every transaction, by and large, is being recorded. Some people, see that obviously as a privacy concern, and they're trying to figure out ways around that. But what it's allowing companies to also do is personalize the kind of services, products, the ads they show you, and things like that. So there's privatization, privacy versus personalization trade-off is happening. But a bigger picture that I think a lot of people are missing is the fact that that with all this data, so if you think about what happened when we had scanner data and people, when you buy a product in a grocery store and you think of every product that's scanned, so every consumer's purchase at every, or at least most of the grocery stores, most of the convenience stores, most of the drug stores and club stores, mass merchants, all that data scanned made it possible to aggregate, and then when it was tied to frequency, like buyer loyalty cards and things like that, it gave a huge amount of predictive power on the side of marketing. So now you're going to have to think about not just having what's happening with the scanner data, but imagining all the transactions that are happening with a cell phone or whatever it is that we do, and all that data, so all the available data that was never available before. Again, if you think before when you had people watching TV, they would write in like the Nielsen report, and they would write by hand what they were watching. They would have panel data, and people would write in a little diary about what show they were watching at 7 o'clock on a Tuesday night. Well, now all that stuff is sort of captured passively. Same thing if you think about digital radio, all that information is being captured, all the transactions on Facebook. So just imagine of all the different kinds of things that you do, all that data is being captured and so aggregated. So it makes it possible for marketing science to figure out how to build marketing models. So if you look at sort of things like operations research, really, how do you optimize that? What does it mean about consumer behavior? What's it mean about individual behavior? And so because you have all this data, low-cost computing power, as you know, with the cloud, so much computing power is available in the cloud very cheaply and inexpensively. And the same thing with storage. Storage has become extremely cheap. So you have all this data, all this computing power, and all this storage, making it possible to actually process the amount of billions and billions of terabytes of data that had never existed before, and all that is going to be used to create new marketing models, and it's going to advance marketing science.